channel, Sébastien Fischmeister Coaching Podcast, that will be in French and in English. This is very important for me to have that both language. So sometimes you will have the surprise of having one video in English with subtitle in French. Sometimes you will have another video in French with subtitle in English. And maybe another time, if I really feel it, I will do it in Spanish. Who knows? So, today, actually, my idea of all of that podcast is to open my speaker. This is something that one of my friends told me many years ago. And I was always thinking about it. I was still having it in my mind. But something just kept me away. And I think this is the topic of today, actually. Because I think my imposter syndrome takes me away of that. I had my little voice telling me, you don't deserve to do podcasts. Another one telling me, who are you to create some podcasts? I had my little saboteur telling me, come on, you won't talk about coaching. Who are you? How old are you to do that? I had so many exploding thoughts, comments, coming from myself. Because if I'm listening to people, they are all encouraging me to do it. But deep down here, I'm feeling, really, how can I be legitimate to do that? And who am I to do that? That's the question. And I'm sure this is many questions you have inside your own life, during some projects, at work, with family, with everything that can happen in your life. I have this imposter syndrome so many times that I had, and I'm still working on it. Because, for example, today I'm doing podcast for Gratitude that I created recently. I'm doing this one. And for me, it's very challenging because I'm really on the mood and on the path of people will be interested of what I'm saying, because what I'm saying, is that really interesting? You know? And I'm like, am I at my place to do that? But there is something I realize. I'm maybe asking if I'm at the good place, but if people are giving me space, it means that there is something important for them to learn. There is something there to catch for themselves. So that's why I'm here to talk about imposter syndrome, because I think I'm at the good place to talk about it. After all the little questions that I will put back on the little description, I realized they were like how I could just fight that imposter syndrome. What could help me to fight that imposter syndrome? And what will help me to get on track with my legitimacy. I realize that I study so many times, for example, project management. I study a master's degree for that, and I practice for 12 years. In between, I published 2 books. So when I'm giving a conference at the university or for different organizations, and sometimes I give a conference in front of 200 people. And believe me, when you're the only one on the stage with your speaker on, you're asking to yourself the first second, wow, how is that possible that I'm here and I'm going to speak in front of all of that people? Do I deserve to do that? That's a very powerful question. Do I deserve to do that? And once I get in, For my yoga, meditation, same thing. I practice so many years. It helped me a lot with my breakdown, with my depression. And at some point, I just realized, oh, I want to bring that more in my life. I want to share that knowledge of yoga, meditation with people, and I want to bring my own color with that. I studied too. So I had my certification in yoga. I did a specialization in meditation, holistic, and after that I was asking to myself, am I really a yoga meditation instructor? Do I deserve to teach to people, to guide people during practice? And I struggled with that until last year. I was in Spain and I teach and I taught. Sometimes my English is poof and I mix my terms. So I taught yoga and meditation in Spanish when I just learned Spanish the same year. So my imposter was telling me, you won't be good enough. You're not perfect in Spanish. Who are you to just teach yoga and meditation to a group of senior people? And finally, they loved me so much that it gave me the confidence to continue every week with them and to co-create with them, and just to improvise sometimes, because I knew that deep down, I had the knowledge here. Everything I did was like that. For the coaching, it's the same thing. Who am I to coach someone or hypnotize someone when I still have my own coach? And I still need to be hypnotized. But that's the beauty of life. Knowing that we are not perfect. Knowing that we can learn, we can grow, we can transform. So, I try to fight my imposter syndrome with that, remembering that I studied for that I always practice. That's the key. The more you practice, the more you're getting confident. The more you fail, and even if I don't like that word, the more you fail, the more you grow. Because you will see different ways to do things. And at some point, I realized, okay, there is like 5 steps to help me. That if sometimes, like for example, doing that podcast, I'm like, Seb, what you want exactly? I'm like, first, I will send the little voice or my little saboteur. I will send them away. Like, pow, and shut up. So first of all, I will focus on not letting my mind being disturbed. That's the first step. The second step, I will acknowledge myself. Yes, I completed a master's degree in project management. Yes, I published 2 books that are very successful and that have been translated in English and in Spanish. Yes, I have my certification of coaching, of yoga, of meditation, of hypnosis. Yes, I work very hard to learn and to know everything I know now. And yes, I practice. So, first, stop the little voice, stop the saboteur. Second, acknowledging yourself. With your achievement, with your learning, with your practice. Third point is that I accept to receive comments of people. So when people are giving me prizes, are giving me grateful comments and gratitude comments, I'm really taking it. I'm fully receiving what people have to say, because it's showing that everything I'm doing, it has an impact on people, and that's what matters the most. Fourth point, it's to stop and to feel. Breathe, exhale. what your body is telling you about the first point, second point, third point. Do you still feel illegitimate? Can you feel what you're bringing to people? Can you feel what impact you have on people? And do you deserve to hide or to reduce yourself? No. And it's coming to the fifth point, and the last one, and not the least. The fifth point, I realized that with time and experience, believe me, if people are starting to be jealous of yourself, if people are starting to criticize yourself, your success, it means a lot. It means that you really have achieved something. If people are jealous, it's because you're getting somewhere they would love to get to. If people are criticizing on this negative way, it's because they envy you. And at that time too, you can feel that you're at the good place for yourself at that moment. So I really hope that video will help you. It helped me a lot, to be honest, to focus on that. So I will invite you to do one exercise, if you want. Take a piece of paper, take a journal, a notebook or something like this. And in one column, I will invite you to write maybe 5, 10 achievements. So you can go either on all your life or on the last year. If you need an example, I did that on my LinkedIn. I publish beginning of the year one list of what I have accomplished in 2023. So you can go and check that. And on that list, then you put another column and you will ask, am I legitimate to that? Do I deserve this? And I really want you, at the time you're going to answer to that question, to reflect on all the work you have done to get there. I want you to reflect and to resonate on how much it means for you. And the last thing, I want you to embody that resonance. Once you have done that, please let me know how it's going on. Go on the comments, tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what appears for you. So, hoping that video suits you and you like it. So if you like it, don't hesitate to like and to follow to see the next podcast. If you have any question, come on, I'm here for that. So go on the comments and put your question right there, or you can send me an email and it will be my pleasure to answer to you as soon as possible. So hoping that it's really helping you. Have fun, have a beautiful life, and most importantly, believe in yourself. Because don't forget, life is magical, and we are the master of our life. See you soon.